Uh, all right. Welcome in, hockey fans, to another exciting Saturday morning or afternoon, morning, afternoon, something like that, of Blues high school hockey. Today, the Blues JV will be facing the Ames Cyclones. My wife's talking to me in the middle of this. Hold on. What'd you say, dear? Okay. Coming to you live from beautiful downtown Davenport at the river's edge. So the JV is 0-4.
0-4, but they have
One-
1 point because one of those losses was a shootout
A
loss.
shootout loss. And I looked at Ames's record, and do you think I can remember it?
I got Ames's record. They've got a record of 1-3. Their JV team, and their win came last night. They defeated Cedar Rapids by a score of 6-0. I gave some bad information the other day. I thought that I knew they were playing Cedar Rapids Friday and Sunday. I assumed both games were in Cedar Rapids, but that's not the case. The game they played last night was a home game for Ames, and they won that one 6-1 or 6-0. And then they got on the bus and drove over to Davenport this afternoon. And after the game tonight, I'm not sure if they'll stay in Davenport or if they'll go up to Cedar Rapids, but either way, they're going to play Cedar Rapids tomorrow morning. So they've played 4 games. They lost 2 games to Lincoln, and they lost a close game to the Caps prior to last night's win. So they're 1-3. They've got they're pretty close on goals for and against. They've scored 12. They've given up 13. And of course the Blues, as Dan just alluded, we're still looking for our first win. We did get 1 point out of a shootout loss to Mason City last week, but our game Thursday against Dubuque certainly didn't go the way we were hoping it would, as Dubuque jumped on us early and often and came away with an 8-0 lead, an 8-0 win, and they are still undefeated. So,
And looking every bit that undefeated, too.
yeah.
So we look for good things. We look for improvement every week with this team. I've said it before. I'll say it again. We're looking at 15 to 16 rookies on the JV. So very young, very inexperienced. But every week we see better and better things out of them.
And as we mentioned the other night, just club-wide right now, our goaltending is very, very, very young. We have 2 freshman goaltenders and a sophomore goaltender.
Aren't they all freshmen?
According to the roster sheet, it said...
Is Orr a sophomore?
No, the other one. No,
Oh, Milficek?
yeah,
He could be.
yeah.
They're all rookies. I know that.
Yeah, they're all rookies as far as the high school league is concerned, and it's a big jump up. And they're going to depend on their teammates to give them absolutely as much support as possible. And clearly they did that against Mason City, and we got to overtime on that. And it was decided in a shootout, and we came out just on the short end of it. But that noted some improvement over what had been the case against Fremont in the first weekend of the season. They still don't have their white jerseys, and so Dan's going to be doing the play-by-play on the first game because he knows these kids a lot better than I do, and he knows their skating styles and everything else, but the numbers do not match up very well at all with the numbers you're going to see on the roster sheet. So,
Yeah, I was surprised seeing how Thursday in Dubuque we show up and they had the blue jerseys. So I was thinking we would see the Blues home jerseys today, but still waiting on those.
well, hopefully they've made coaches for the Blues have made a point of emphasis is play hard from the opening drop of the puck and don't find yourself behind 2-0 3 minutes into the game. I think that on Thursday, the JV didn't give up anything until I think there was about 6 minutes gone. They didn't have a real meltdown like the varsity did in the first few minutes, and then varsity played quite well for a good portion of that game. But Dubuque definitely asserted itself in that late second, third period to come away with what looked like a pretty one-sided win.
Yep. Well, you're talking Dubuque has, what do we say, 11 seniors?
11 seniors.
That makes a big difference.
And I'm pretty sure,
All right.
among others, that Weiner kid who's their leading scorer and played very well the other night, he is not a senior. So we got to look at him next year, too.
Yay. All right. Both teams are getting ready to line up. Center ice for the opening face-off. Karsten out there with Munsterman and Yoder. Bradley and Smith back on defense. Milfchek in goal for the Blues. There's the drop of the puck. It's chipped up the boards. Battled for in the neutral zone. Back to the Blues blue line. Stripped from the D, and Ames scores right off the bat.
13 seconds.
Little miscue at the blue line of the Blues zone. And Ames comes in and wastes no time. So the Blues are going to have to get on it, keep their heads up, work hard. I didn't catch who that was either.
Back in the saddle, huh?
There's a drop of the puck. D-to-D pass by the Blues. Yoder picks it up along the far boards right in front of the Ames bench. It's in the zone. Chipped out by Ames, but picked up by the Blues. Turned, fired in. Cyclones pick it up, send it down the ice.
16 lows for Ames. Looked like he was hunting the cherry pick there as that puck was turned over at the center ice. So he's one that you're going to have to watch closely here.
Yoder in with a shot. Nice glove save by the Ames goalie. Now, I don't know why that wasn't an icing sent down from Ames. Sent it from their own zone. I haven't seen him either. All right, face off to the right of Ames goalie. Blues win it. Send it back to the point, but it's through the skates of the defenseman, and we have a breakaway. Shot goes blocker side wide. Keating was coming back hard on it, up to the point. Shot in, pad saved by the Blues goalie. Into the corner. Battled for Keating, comes away with it. Chips it around. Sipes picks it up, tries to poke it up to the forward. Turnaround shot. Oh, the goalie I don't think was prepared for that. It was off his right pad and just past the post. Comes out, Ames has to regroup. Turn around, dump it into the near corner at the blue line. The Blues defense back on it. Drops it off to the D partner, who sends it around to, who's he send it around to? Nobody. Ames up with control. Up the near boards, cuts back at the hash marks. Centers one right in front. Keating's skate got in the way of that. The Blues pick it up and chip it out. Morales after it. D-to-D pass by Ames. The Cyclones fire one in just wide from outside the zone. Along the near boards. Battled for, chipped out. Mishandled at the red line by the Cyclones. They regather, fire one in. It's intercepted by Beckwith, but he loses off his stick. It's sent back behind the Blues net. Keating fires it around, almost intercepted. Daisy Beckwith sends it over to Asta. Asta tries to hit Beckwith, Rory Beckwith that is. He pursues hard on the forecheck. D-to-D pass. Ames sends one up but can't control it, but collects it in the Blues end. There's a hard angle shot. Oh, almost over the shoulder of the goalie. Flipped up high. Daisy Beckwith played with a high stick.
Do we know which of our goaltenders that is? Can you tell?
Milfchek.
That's Milfchek?
Yeah. Let me see. Hey, I got my glasses and a roster.
There you go.
Doesn't mean I'll get it right. It's Milfchek. I think I got it right. I only coached him last year. You think I'd know. There's a drop of the puck. The Blues win it again. but battled for along the half boards in the corner by the goal line. Whiting gets bumped off the puck. It's up to the point. Shot. Pad save. Picked up by the Blues. Sent ahead. And Ames carries it deeper. They're regrouping their own end. D-to-D pass. Welsler picks it up. Intercepts the breakout pass. Sent deep along the near boards into the corner. The Blues getting a little pressure in the zone, but no shots on net yet. Up to the point. Backhand in. And slapped that and chopped out. Picked up by, I believe, Cutcomp. He loses it. Comes in to the dot. His shot is disrupted by Lintz. Top of the circle, top of the slot. Still controlling it. Asta forces the pass. Top of the slot. Sends it down to the corner. The Cyclones cycling it. Up to the point. Shot. Off of the shin guard of the Blues forward. That was Welsler. Whiting gets hit hard along the boards. But the Blues have control of the puck. Behind the net, they take it. Send it around, back to Whiting. It's past him, though. Whiting bumps the man, but it's dumped into the corner. Cutcomp sends it back up the boards. Whiting just not able to get there in time. Dangerous pass across the crease. Another one. Oh, dangerous play. But Cutcomp got there, I think, in time to disrupt the tip in. The Blues a little trapped in their own end. And the Cyclones score on a nice cross crease pass.
It was a nice play because that player could have taken the shot himself, but the goalie seemed to have the angle covered. Instead, he spotted his partner just off the side of the crease, and instead of the shot, he directed a pass right to him, and it was a tap in.
Yep.
So,
and the Blues have been caught in their end. They were getting tired. Ames was doing a good job controlling the puck, keeping it deep. So Karsten with Munsterman and Yoder out there for the forwards for the face-off. Ames win it. Karsten in on the forecheck. Out to center ice. Yoder
that's going to be
intercepts but loses at the blue line. Karsten dumps it back in. Ames collects. Cyclones across the red line into the Blues end. But it's batted away by Smith. Smith sends it up. Munsterman chips it up into the Cyclone bench, and we'll have a face-off just outside the zone.
I notice our referee today is Marty Filion.
Yep.
Father of former Blues players Dylan and Nolan Filion, who have graduated from the program. Marty, of course, came to the Quad Cities quite a while, 20-some years ago, I believe, as a goaltender for the old Quad City Mallards. He was one of the fan favorites during his early years with the Mallards. No icing on that play. I thought that was going to be an icing.
I've given up on guessing when it's icing. Here comes Munsterman. He's at the red line, makes a move, dumps it in. It's intercepted by the Cyclones. Carried out. It's headmanned. And a nice check along the boards by Smith. But he can't get it out. It's at the point. It's flipped up high. Bounces in the corner. Karsten sends it around. And it's broke out, but can't be controlled. Ames sends it in from the red line. Smith picks it up, hits Yoder. Yoder tries to hit Karsten, but that's intercepted at the red line.
Oh, man. Good play there to get Ames way by number 22.
Yeah, Bradley. Bradley did a nice job of recognizing the danger in the high slot. Picked up by Bradley. His breakout pass misses. No icing, so we catch one there. Forecheck coming in hard. Hayden Place. It's dumped up, but Keating gets it. Sends it over to Sipes. Sipes bumps it up. But Ames sends it in. It's a one-on-one. Morales with a nice back check, though. Sipes takes it for a ride behind his own net. Sends it up, but nobody's there. It's between everybody and icing.
That's going to be an icing.
Yep. I don't have a problem with that call. I just don't know when they're going to call it.
Speaking of the Philions, Nolan Philion just signed a letter of intent to play golf at Blackhawk College next year. So
well, good for him.
He's turned in his Northland Pro for a 7-iron.
Puck battled along the board, sent behind the Blues' net. Battled for in the corner. Sent out front. Cutcomp gets it over to Place. Place skates for the blue line. Loses control, but it's picked up by another Blues player. He's checked off, but it goes. Oh.
Best chance for the Blues there.
Yeah, that was Jackson Morales, I believe. I don't think the goalie was expecting it. The Blues better be careful. They're outnumbered, but the Cyclones can't handle it in the neutral zone. Finally, the Blues get back. We got a cross check, and it's going to be on Hayden Place, I believe. So the Blues will go down a man with 7:43 to go in the first period, trailing by a score of 2-0. Oh, this hurt us against Dubuque, going down a man.
Now we'll see how the Blues penalty kill unit can see if they've shown any improvement from the other night. It was a tough night in Dubuque when they were shorthanded, and when they had the power play, it was it gave up a bunch of special teams goal. Now here's a pass
nice
ahead.
Nice try on the headman from Carson to Munsterman. But the Cyclones collect, go behind their own net, come out with speed, across the blue line at the red line, into the Blues end. Behind the net they go, looking for a man in front, up to the point, shot, knocked down in front.
Get it out, boys.
It's off a blue stick, they can't get it out. And Ames sends it back in the corner. Sends it up the boards. Up to the blue line. Turns, cuts back against Karsten. Cuts back again. Top of the slot at the blue line. Fired in. A one-timer goes high and wide. Back to the top of the circle. Oh, nice. Munsterman knocked it away.
2-on-1.
Could get a 2-on-1. He sends a pass over.
Oh,
Carson
he had a wide
goes
open net, and he just drove the backhander right into the goalie's pads. He was beaten.
He wants that one back,
Oh,
but that's good aggressive penalty killing. Whoa, the heck's that? That's the problem of having one ref. So the Blues, with 38 seconds to go in the penalty kill, have one of the better scoring chances.
Good
Nice save by
there.
the goalie. Quick shot coming across the goal line, up to the blue line. The Cyclones, it's off the skates of Morales.
20 seconds left on a penalty.
The Cyclones pick it up, take it back behind the Blues net.
And what do we got? We got another
Player in the net, or player in the crease. Good call, Marty. It doesn't get called enough. So the faceoff will come outside. So remember, with USA Hockey, an opposing player cannot be in the crease unless the puck is there or the goalie has abandoned the crease. So
noticed one of the players on that power play unit for Ames is a kid number 7. His name is Sean Baumgard. He did not play for the JV last night. He played for the varsity, and in fact, he is one of the leading scorers for the varsity team. And he definitely looked to have a step on most of the other kids on the ice. So I'm sure he's an underclassman who's getting a chance to play, an extra game here with the JV. But
right.
that kind of explains why he looks a little out of place, and I mean that in a good way for them because.
Nice
solid hit.
Nice legal hit.
And just a real innocent-looking shot there from just inside the circle. Catches the goaltender not expecting it, and that's Sickles, number 4, Jacob Sickles, who.
That was just a quick little shot along the ice that caught our goalie by surprise.
Now that's one you really want back. That was not a hard shot, but maybe a little unexpected. And Ames has jumped out to a 3-0 lead now with 5:23 left in the first period.
So center ice, we got asked for the face-off out there with Beckwith and Beckwith. Puck battled for, slapped that, drove deep into the Blues end. Lintz after it.
Can't put that one on the special teams. The penalty was over. That was 5-on-5, but
Shot, bouncing around in front.
There's a couple of good saves by Malevchik.
Yep. Beckwith gets a hold of it, chips it up the ice and out. Rory and Daisy after it. Daisy pokes it in, but Ames collects. They send it cross ice. Nobody there for them, but they're first to it. Lintz on the man. Good poke check, but Ames collects. Rory Beckwith tries to hit Asta, but it's intercepted. There's a shot and a deflection. Another shot
Two
upside of the
saves
net.
by Malevchik. And he's hit from behind.
And the net's off the moorings. So with 4:36 to go in the first period, the Blues down by a score of 3-0. The Blues had a good shorthanded chance. So we have Whiting, we have Wessels. Whiting takes it away from the Ames player, goes wide, backhand towards the net. It's off the goalie's pad. Tries to hit a man out front, but it's intercepted by the Cyclones. They carry it out along the near boards, cross the red line. They lose control. Thought I heard the lineman say off, but play carries on. Asta gets it in, skates, carries it out. Westling carries it in. He's trying to find somebody. He loses control. He's driven off the puck, but Asta's there to battle for it. Whiting comes over. It's out. Gets past Bradley.
2-on-1. One man back for
Cut
the Blues.
Looking.
Right.
One
too many passes there for Ames.
Yeah, we lucked out there. A little too unselfish.
Yeah, we really got caught there. And our defenseman skating backwards was in a mess of trouble there trying to defend two guys coming in on him, but they got a little too cute with an extra pass, and the receiver was already past the corner of the net when he received it and was unable to get an angle to shoot it. So we get a break there. Score remains 3-0 in favor of Ames.
Sipe sends it around to the near boards. It's battled for. Ames, I think, comes away with it. I'm having a hard time seeing in that corner. Behind the net. It's bounced off the back of the net. Still fighting.
Somebody's lost a stick for the Blues.
The net is, there should be a whistle. Yep. So the players run into the back of the net and knock it forward. And that brings the whistle. Anytime the net comes off the ice, there's an automatic stoppage in USA Hockey. There's the whistle, drop of the puck. Ames wins it back, but misses it. It's out of the zone. It's a foot race. Yoder knocks it forward, pushes the man, but the Cyclone player comes away with it behind the net. Up the boards. It's intercepted by the Blues, but the Blues lose control. Sipes picks it up. Hits Munsterman. He loses control, but Yoder gets it. Drops it back to Munsterman. Munsterman sends it deep behind the Ames net. Ames gets to it. Sends it up the boards, but it's intercepted by Carson, but he loses control, and out comes Ames. Across the red line there behind the defenseman. Keaton back. The shot.
Nice save.
Glove save. It's out, though. Keaton chips it around.
Good save on the initial shot and then on the rebound by Malevchik.
So Ames passing it around up high. Finally, it's chipped out by
They've got a clear.
Keating.
They had two men in the zone when it was put back in.
So the Blues get it on their stick but lose control of it. Sipes gets it, sends it up. Munsterman tries to touch pass it to the middle, loses it. Ames in the neutral zone, D to D. Chips it in far behind the Blues end. Centering pass, Keating there, gets a stick on it. It's up to Place. Place chips it up and out. Forecheck, but Cyclones chip it in. Keating picks it back up. Sends it over to Place. Place can't control it. Dropped off top of the slot. Shot off the pads. Sipes picks it up. The Blues slapping the puck around a little bit.
Got a man right in front.
Cyclones
It's
still in
deflected.
control.
And
there's a whistle.
Filion lost sight of the puck and blew the whistle, and it did come loose a second or less than a second after that, but the whistle had blown and the play had already been called down. So there'll be a face-off
To
the
his
left check's left
Yep.
with 1:31 left in the first. 3-0 in favor of the it says Flyers. They're the Cyclones, right?
I believe so. That's what I've been calling them. Their youth teams are the Flyers.
Okay. They must have played before.
So Ames with the puck carried in the right wing. Try to center it. It's disrupted. Deflects to the corner off some skates. Picked up by the Ames player. Knocked off his stick. Up to the point. Deflected out by a Blues player. Morales in on the forecheck. Nice hit by Place. Morales chips it up. Goes all the way into the Cyclone end. D-to-D pass by the Cyclones across the top of the circles. And it bounces out. Oh, nice hit. And a little extra going on.
Yeah. That was a good solid check by
cut
for the
comp.
cut comp, and he had his head down, didn't see it coming, and was a little bit perturbed. But
The Blues send it down the ice. Carried in across the blue line. Around 1D, but Cutcomb. Good play again. Gets a stick in the way, drives it to the corner. Battle for it along the half boards. Beckwith chips it out. It's foot race. He gets rubbed off. Ames picks it up. The Blues are in a change.
Wow. That could have been disastrous. The Blues were in the middle of a change and had all 5 players on the bench.
Bradley picks it up. And that's the end of the first period. The Blues down 3-0. So a little bit of physical play by the Blues sparked a little bit of energy.
Well, I'm sure the coaches are frustrated, especially by giving up that goal at the 13-second mark. The goal scorer just stole it away from a defenseman just inside the blue line, went in alone, and our goaltender gave up just a little bit too much on the short side, and the kid buried it, and that kind of set the tone for the first period. And second goal was not really one that you could find fault with, and the third one was pretty soft. So that's where we stand. And of course, the Blues missed an opportunity on a 2-on-1 play. Nice pass. Who was that player that was in?
Munsterman passed to Karsten.
Was it Carson's?
Yep.
He went to the backhand. He clearly had the goalie beat. All he had to do was tuck it in the wide open 4x6, and he got a little bit too much of it on the stick and just put it right into the goalie's pads at the far side.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It came. That's why I tell the kids practice and shoot off your backhand all the time, because it does come off the stick blade different, and if you don't go to it on a regular basis. But I like the cut and go into the backhand. My kid scored one for Bradley last night that way.
Oh, how'd they do last night?
They won 5-2, and Blue had 2 goals and the game winner.
All right.
All right, so we're getting ready for the opening face-off of the second period. Karsten out there with Munsterman and Yoder. And for some reason, we have 1D. Here we go.
Now we've got 2.
So it's Bradley and Lintz back on defense. Drop of the puck. Karsten skates around, picks it up, dumps it in to the far corner. Blues in hard on the forecheck. Yoder intercepts the pass along the boards at the hash marks, but he's driven off. Lintz knocks it off the stick of the Ames player. He sends it deep, but it's chipped out on the boards. It's going down.
That's not going to go far enough.
Not an icing. That was not an icing. Bradley under pressure sends it up. But the Cyclones send it back down. Along the half boards. Oh, nice stick by Lintz to deflect it away from the goalie. Normally I'd say that's a bit dangerous, but he pushed it to the end boards.
Dangerous check there behind the net, but Marty had his eyes on it, didn't see anything worthy of a penalty. So
Karsten hits Yoder. No, that was Munsterman who takes a high hit. Puck sent around by the Cyclones, but the Blues are on it, and it's sent out. Must be along the boards. I can't see. And it's icing. Yeah, Munsterman took a hard hit up high, trying to carry the puck in.
Well, you could see what the defenseman was doing there, because if he had not slowed down Munsterman, he was going to be in all alone on a breakaway. So it was a hit was a little high, but it was definitely the right attempt to stop Munsterman by their defenseman. And
Yep. Definitely my philosophy is good physical play. The Blues sent it down to the corner. It's a battle for sent along the goal line on goal. Goalie makes a stop. I didn't see who shot that, though.
that was who's ever wearing number 34. Is that Place?
Hayden Place.
Yeah.
Puck one to Place. Place sends it back up to the point.
Uh-oh.
Shot. Oh.
Nice job there by, who's that, Bradley?
I believe that's Cut Comp who...
24 is Cut Comp, right.
Oh, offside. Offside. No S. So we have an offside. Cut Comp tried to get it back in. But I don't know if he played it across the line or what it was. So we have Morales out there with Place, and I think Ethan Hunt is number 5. Uh-oh. Cyclones get around one defenseman. Shot high over the net.
Got the glove up just in time to deflect it over the top of the net.
Morales chips it out, and it's a foot race. Cyclones get to it, send it back. They're regrouping. And dumped in hard. Keating gets it. He sends it to the blue line. Morales picks it up. He has space. He goes wide, pulls up, but he's driven off the puck. That was a nice play by the Cyclone player. Morales pulled up nicely, but he just gave him a little push. Into the corner, the Blues battle. Cyclones with support pick it up. Carry it out along the boards. Tucked behind Keating. Shot.
Oh, he roofed it.
Up over the short side shoulder of the goalie. And the Cyclones go up 4-0 with 12:46 to go in the second period. That was a nice shot. That's a tough one. That's even the pros are giving those up.
We gave him a little bit too much room coming down the right wing boards, and he got a good shooting angle, and he did not mistake with his placement on that. It was very difficult stop to get the glove up along the short side like that.
Yep.
And that was probably 3 or 4 inches underneath the bar and a couple inches inside the post. And those are going to be hard to stop. Oh, we got 2 Blues running.
Oh, nice save by the goalie. So the puck behind the Blues net, controlled by the Cyclones, sent way up. Nobody's there. This will go down the ice. No icing because it was Ames that sent it. Asked to come in hard on the forecheck. It's sent up to the red line. The Blues just can't keep it on their stick. That's some of the problem. Puck chipped out. But Ames sends it in deep. Bradley gets to it, sends it back around to Arnie, but it's flipped up in the air. Arnie couldn't control that. Back to Bradley.
And
too far ahead for Beckwith, but Asta on his horse, creating pressure. The Blues forechecking. Puck sent out to neutral ice. And here come the Cyclones right down the slot. Right through 2 Blues defensemen.
Yeah.
You got to put a body on them right there.
You can't give up that kind of space 20 feet from your net. We had 2 defensemen back. They did not close down the gap right in front of the goaltender, and he went right between them and beat Malevchik right through the 5-hole. But you can't really fault the goalie on that. That's something that's got to be handled by the defense. He should never get a chance like that.
That guy should be knocked right over. The Blues win it back. It's on goal, though. Oh, almost. And the Blues misplay it. The Cyclones come with a pass in front, but Cutcomp had his stick in the way. Cutcomp takes a big hit in the corner. Up to the point. Turnaround shot. Goes wide. Chipped up the boards, but past the Blues player. From the point, the shot bounces off somebody in front. Whiting on it. Still battled for. Up to the point. Shot. Off the Ames player right in front. Puck's loose still. Still loose. Pulled out by the Blues.
Just get it out of there, boys. All right. They
Pass is behind,
managed to clear the zone. Now they're right back in.
and it's sent back in. Sipes sends it around. Wessler gets to it, but he's hit as he gets to the puck. Carson tries to send it up, but it's sent right back down behind the Blues net. Blues struggling to get out of their zone. Sent across the front of the crease, but some good defense work ties the stick up of the Cyclone player. Finally, oh, no. The Blues tried to play it with their glove, but miss. And we have a penalty coming up. Looks like Whiting is going in the box. 2 minutes for... I didn't catch the signal. I think it was roughing.
Either that or a slash.
So the Blues are down with 10:13 to go in the second period. They're down by a score of 5-0. So Lintz, Bradley on D, Yoder and Morales, the other two forwards on the penalty kill. The Blues chase it up high. It's sent low. Lintz with a good job disrupting that cross crease pass. Shot. Nice save.
And they finally
sent
clear
down
it.
the ice. The Blues playing a little high. Here come the Cyclones across the blue line. He falls down. It's not out though. Shot bounces off one of the Blues players, I believe. Yoder can't get it out. It's down along the half wall at the hash marks. Morales picks it up. He tried to send it out, but it was off the stick and came right back to him. Then he got it out. Cyclones carried across the red line. Right to the top of the slot. Oh, nice check.
That's the best
Nice check.
body check thrown by a Blues player today by quite a margin. That was a good, solid check. And
Turn around off the side of the post. Lintz sends it up high right to the top of the slot at the blue line. Shot goes high over the net. Battled for into the corner. Yoder gets to it. He tries to backhand it at the boards, but it's stopped up at the blue line. Cyclones carry it in. Shot. They try that short side over the shoulder. This time it goes off the outside of the post. Cross ice pass up high. Shot.
good save.
Hit something in there.
Like a pad save. Now
25 seconds to go in the Blues penalty. 3 Blues up high above the circles on a penalty kill. We're lucky that guy didn't catch that.
and it's cleared out of there mainly because of a bad pass back to the point by the Ames player. That was not so much because of anything the Blues did.
Right. 5 seconds to go on the penalty kill. The Blues get a change. Carried in by Munsterman. He takes a look over to Carson. Carson! And this time he sends it over the goalie. I don't know if the goalie got a... Oh, there's some pushing and shoving. Oh, and then Hayden Place comes in and just plows the kid. So...
and he's got to...
We'll be getting a couple players sent to the box. Let's see.
Place, I think, has been excused for the rest of the afternoon.
I think Place might be getting a game misconduct.
Yeah.
So, what do we get? I don't see a signal, but he's getting the gate. That's never a good sign.
It looked like Karstens and their defensemen had a slight disagreement after Karstens had missed on a good chance there behind the net, and then out of nowhere, Place decided to come in, and that was the most obvious call in the building. Was that?
So Ames has a man in the box. We should have a man in the box. Let's see who's the sacrificial lamb for the Blues.
It may be just a simple. Well, he's got to get a penalty for head contact or something.
We'll get 2 and 10 for sure. I mean, he got a game misconduct, so he's out for the remainder of this game.
And the next game, right?
I
game?
believe so.
Yeah, I think so. don't really know the young man. I know that he took my granddaughter to the homecoming dance her freshman year.
Really?
I remember hearing that story. So I assume he's a very nice young man who just got a little bit overexcited when he saw his teammate embattled in a little test of wills there with the Ames player, but that's never a smart play. Who's number 9? We're in the.
So Carson is going in the box, so he must have got a 2-minute also.
Yeah.
But we should have another player go in for Hayden. So I believe it's. Well, Ames has 5 players out, and we only have 4, but they got a guy in the box.
Well, it would be offsetting minors for these two
Right.
that are in the box. So that's, and we're going to be shorthanded for whatever they gave Place. 1, 2, 3.
It looks like they gave Hayden Place a 5-minute.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's definitely a penalty and game misconduct. I didn't know if it elevated to the level of 5 minutes.
They will be playing 5-on-4 for
longer than I'd like.
yeah, because no matter how many goals they should score during this major penalty, we will not be able to resubstitute for Place, because that's one of the real disadvantages of picking up a major like that. Usually in the NHL, majors are given out for fighting, and there's 2 guys, so there's really no big advantage. But
right.
Of course, fighting's not allowed in high school hockey, although it rarely happens.
Well, linesman is going over and talking to the coaches. And it looks like Whiting will serve for Place.
Yeah, he'll have to serve the
5
major.
minutes. That's rough.
Yeah. You're down 5-0, and now you're going to be shorthanded for 5 minutes, and you don't get relief should they score.
Yeah. But let's see how they handle it.
Yep.
You got to learn these lessons. And
it's not going to be one group that kills off this penalty. We're going to have to go through 4 or 5 rotations at least, of penalty killers to get through this, if we're fortunate enough to do that. If I were a betting man, I'm not sure that's going to happen. I think Malevchik's in for 5 minutes of
experience.
5
minutes of experience.
Of heavy
we'll go
artillery.
with experience. all he's got to do is just make the save, right? Make the save one at a time.
Well, one thing we can say is that we have no quarrel with the call. It was absolutely the right call, and whether you have your referee's license or not, you knew that was coming.
The Blues.
Strangely enough, the Blues almost had a 2-on-1, but Ames does a good job of getting back.
The Blues shot across the crease. So that's Munsterman out there with Yoder, with Cutcomp, and Will Arney are the penalty killers.
The thing about having a 5-minute power play is you're not really in any great hurry offensively to set it up, because you've got plenty of time. So Ames is kind of taking their time, and we're taking their time in the defensive zone, organizing their rush, but nothing came of that first one, and the Blues are able to clear it.
So the Blues are changing out 1 forward and 1 D. So Keating's coming on for Cutcomp, and Hunt's out there for Munsterman. Nice job by Yoder to tie it up in the Ames end. Again, he forces the Cyclone player to turn back. Oh, a turnover. Still in. Hunt gets knocked off the puck, but still the puck hasn't left the Ames end of the ice here for about a half a minute.
I'm sure the Ames coach at this point was saying, all right, you've spent enough time formulating a rush. Let's spend some time in the offensive zone on this power play.
Hunt in on the forecheck. Morales doing a good job also. Finally, Ames carries it into the Blues end. A nice stick. Pokes it to the far walls. Ames tries to go to the point, and there's nobody there. They're making a change, so they had to carry it out. Oh
no, we lost it.
Fighting over the puck.
And the score.
So the Blues, up to that point, the penalty kill was doing a good job. Just 2 Blues players fighting for the puck in their own end.
Whoever it was that misplayed that puck, If he had his head up, he would have seen that he had a teammate actually streaking toward the red line behind the Ames defense. And if he had gotten the puck out of the zone, it might have set up a breakaway opportunity for the Blues. But instead, he turned it over, and there was nobody behind him. And just like that, I think the good news is the clock is running for the rest of the game.
It should be. It is 6-0. Just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Cross crease pass. Ames can't control. They send it up to the blue line. Shot over the net. Ames picks it up in the corner. Comes out.
Ooh, nice save
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that was a nice shot right there at the hash marks on the circle. Back up to the point. Morales over. Shot, and they score.
That was tipped in. I'm pretty sure that was tipped in by the man in front of the net. I'm not sure who's going to get credit for the goal.
So, 2:26 left in the major to Hayden Place. See if I can get somebody to give me info on what the official call was. So we have Asta and Daisy Beckwith out for the forwards. Bradley and Lintz back for D on the penalty kill. Asta chips it in. Oh, he's tripped up.
Right. Well, that's going to
help. But there's a little extra. Some pushing and shoving.
That's going to alleviate the power play situation. As
so we'll play 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then the Cyclones will have 15 minutes of power play at the end of that 2 minutes. So a tripping call. Let's see if we can take advantage. And so is the clock not run? Is it only in the third? How are we doing it this year? Well, that's not how everybody's done it this year.
That's how it was last year.
I know.
Is it only in the third?
That's what I thought. But the previous games, they've started it as soon as it got to 6. But we'll figure it out, right? So 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes. 5:21 left in the second period. The Blues are down 7-0. Trying to kill off a major penalty. To the point, shot goes off the skates of Ames player. Battled for behind the net. Daisy Beckwith picks it up. Sends it up to, her pass to the point was a little wide, but the Blues pick it up over to Lintz. He tries to chip it in. Asta gets to it. Sends it across to Beckwith. Beckwith tips it to Bradley.
Nice.
Bradley, nice.
Nice touch pass.
Yeah.
There.
Carries it in. It's knocked off his stick. Beckwith battles along the boards. She's still tying the player up. She peels off. She's going for a change. It's carried out with speed across the red line. Around Munsterman. And shot short side over the shoulder.
Well, once again, the defenseman.
So you got to slow that guy down.
Yeah, you've got to get in his way. You've got to use the stick. You've got to move the body, but you got to be. I think he was in a situation where he was moving slowly backwards, and the guy coming down on him was at full speed and was able to get around him, and then it was just a question of picking on a spot.
Yep.
And now they have scored. Well, I was going to say they scored 3 goals on the power play, but that's not really the case. It was 2 on the power play, and now 1 on a 4-on-4.
Munsterman carries it across the blue line, across the top of the slot, turns, shoots off the skates of one of the Cyclone players. He carries it, nice cutback behind the net. Pass somewhat disrupted.
Oh, here's a man going to get in alone. Shot. Save.
Nice save. Milovchuk makes a nice save on the somewhat breakaway. It's chipped out. Will Arney after it. He centers it. Carson can't control it. He slaps it in the zone, though. And Munsterman in on the forecheck.
Once again, man moving with speed. He's going to.
Oh, good thing Ford didn't have his stick down. I think a shot got deflected across the crease. Number 4 for the Cyclone had his back to the play and didn't realize the puck was coming. Carson carries it out. Center ice across the red line. Oh, he tries to make a move. It's knocked off his stick. It's picked up by Arnie. Arnie chips it in, but it's knocked right back out. Cutcomp gets to the red line.
Penalty is over to the Ames player, so they've regained the 5-on-4 advantage for another 10 seconds or so.
So the puck chipped up to the red line. Chipped out by the Blues. The Ames players are changing up. And the puck hits a player going on the bench.
And they had a man in the zone anyway, so that was going to be whistled down for sure. And now the clock is running.
Yep. Again, I think it's in the third, but who knows? I haven't looked that up yet, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to yell too much.
No, I don't recall seeing something. I looked that up last week, and it just says that the running clock starts after a 6-goal lead. Now, some places seem to interpret that as only the third period, but I don't remember seeing a third period only in that description.
That's frustrating. It bounces through everybody, and they call that icing.
Yeah.
It's like everybody could have played it. But the Blues find themselves with 2 minutes left in the second period, down by a score of 8-0. It is 5-on-5 hockey, though. We got through the major. Face-off won back by the Cyclones, but it comes out of the zone. Cyclones regroup. They send it in. It's off the glove of one of the Blues players, and a shot saved by the goalie goes to the far boards. Whiting, who served that 5 minutes, tried to play it. There's a shot and a score.
That one's just a case of goaltender's got to get a little bit more experience in coming out and cutting down angles. He was a little deep in his net there, and don't break your stick and
God knows.
Send your parents out for another $300 goalie stick if you're going to possibly avoid it.
Yeah, I think $300 might be an understatement on goalie sticks anymore.
Yeah.
They seem to be up there. There's the drop of the puck. Ames chips it in from the red line. It's a foot race to the corner. Puck comes up the boards. Beckwith tries to center it to Beckwith. It's just behind him. Sipes hit it off the skates of a Ames player. Oh, right in
Nice
front, right in front.
save. Oh, the left check a
Sent
little
up,
bit.
but knocked down at the blue line and out. Asta fast on it. The Cyclones bring it up at the red line. Asta knocks it off his stick. Gets to it first. Carries it. He's round one player going down the slot. Oh! Rory Beckwith just had his, if he would have had his stick down, he might have had a scoring chance. So puck bounces around. It's kicked into the zone. Bradley back on it. He sends it all the way around the boards to where all the Ames players are changing.
We're in the last minute of play in the second period. Now is the
Blues
man
turn
gonna
it
get
over.
in?
Oh, nice
Good
play
work
by
by the-
Bradley to drive the player deeper. It's up high.
Loose players
There's a
need
shot.
to
It's
be, need to be
off
aware
of
of the time. There's
Lintz.
less than half a minute to go, so whatever it takes to get the
Asta
puck out of the
loses the puck.
zone.
Sipes is back. Oh, he overplays the puck.
That's number 88,
Nice backhand.
Folkers,
Nice backhand by the Cyclone player.
and they've hit double digits, 10-0 with 14 seconds left in the second period. Well, I'm reminded 2 years ago when Ames came to town, their JV program was kind of in the same situation that ours was, and we won both games by double digits. But I don't know if it was this bad. It just goes to show that things can change
Right.
in a year or two. There's no guarantees that it's going to stay that way forever. Now here's a centering pass right out between the rings, and that'll do it for the second period.
All right, so both teams will head into the locker room, and we'll have an ice clean, and then we'll come back for the third period. I think a big thing, I don't get the feeling that the JV players are communicating on the ice. Because, like, Sipes had the puck right there, and he went to turn back, and there was an Ames player. I don't know if he knew, if anybody was letting him know. And that's a big thing these young players got to learn is to talk out there, let each other know what's going on.
What I really noticed in that period was kind of a lack of speed on our defense. That too many of these players are. When our players are taking the puck into the offensive zone, they're having a heck of a time getting around the defense.
Right.
Their guys are not. So anyway, something to work on. We'll see what we can do when we come back for the third period in about 15 minutes.
Yep.
So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Go back to the Iowa game if you're watching. And this is Quad City Blues hockey.
positive. We're getting 5.
All right, welcome back to the River's Edge. I don't know how much colder it's gotten since we got here an hour and a half ago, but it was kind of chilly and rainy. Not a real nice day, and if you're at Kinnick Stadium, I'm sure it's not a real pleasant experience either. Out in the cold and the rain. I don't know if the rain's changed to snow yet, but anyway. And the Hawkeyes are not winning. They're down, I think, 8 points in the late in the third quarter.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Oregon Ducks, who are very used to playing in rain. I don't know that it's usually this cold in Seattle or wherever they're. Not Seattle, it's Portland, I guess, where they're from. But anyway, we still have one period of hockey to play here. The Blues have had a real rough go of it so far. They trail by 10. That's just a touchdown, a field goal from getting back into this. But
so we're going to do football references in this game. Yeah. Last game it was baseball
that's
references.
Right, that's right. Got to keep it light when things are looking this grim. But got to keep your heads up in improving and learning from the mistakes that obviously we're making.
I think the big thing I would like to see is that the kids keep playing hard. I know the score is 10. Nope, we're having some audio difficulties here for some reason. You good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I think one of these is going bad. All right, I think we're doing all right now. So, yeah, just play hard, hustle, work hard, keep your heads up. Game's not going our way, but...
And, don't let the way things are going on the ice, lead you into a bad decision like Hayden Place getting, overly upset about a little scrap that his teammate was in and deciding he had to go in and do something about it because that never ends well. And now, we lost one of our better skaters for the balance of the game and quite probably for the next game because I think the game misconduct carries a 1-game suspension. So when they do play next week, he may not be able to play that first game. I am not an administrator for the league, so I don't know if that's exactly the way it'll work out. And we never did get an explanation of exactly why he was ejected, but I'm sure Marty would be happy to explain that to us if we get a chance to talk to him. All right, back in gear.
So the Blues have the puck in the Cyclone end. It's up to the point. Backhanded back deep. Kirsten in on it. Ties the man up behind the net. But he escapes, comes up, and the puck squirts out. Still battled for in the neutral zone. Ames up on it. Finally carry out. Nope, they regroup at the red line. Carry it back, and here they come. Chip it in. But Munsterman skates. Oh, no. Oh, he almost lost control. There's almost a shot on goal. So, Arnie.
This is Baumgart, number 7, who just made that rush. And like I said, he does play varsity as well, and he's one of their leading scorers on varsity. So he's obviously going to be somebody you're going to have to watch, especially in a junior varsity game.
I keep cutting out. I am back, I think. All right, face off to the right of the goalie. I believe Vickers is
that hit the post. That hit the post dead on and bounced out. So
battled for along the boards, chipped back behind the Blues net. We do have a goalie change. Vicker is in on it. Sent up to the point. Beckwith hampers the pass by the Ames player.
This is Brady Vickers, seeing he might be able to have a little bit better luck.
Shot high over the net. Ames collects. And it's iced all the way down the ice. And that'll bring the puck all the way back.
Had a discussion with several people between periods about the ins and outs of the running clock rule. And according to my former partner, Mr. Blanc, he said that varsity, it does require that the game be in the third period, but he wasn't aware that there was any requirement in the junior varsity. He thought that.
A deflection in front hit Vicker right in the mask. Yeah, my wife looked it up. She said at any point she didn't see a distinction between the two, but so we'll see how it's played. Hopefully we won't have that situation in the varsity game.
No, let's hope not.
Keating picks it up, taps it up the right wing. It's picked up by a Cyclone pair at the top of the circles. Behind the net, sends it up to the point. Shot in on Vickers. Oh, he makes 2 saves and somehow keeps it out. It was in and out of his glove. It fell in the crease and was headed towards the goal line, and he spun around and dropped and fell on it to keep it a 10-0 game. So Karsten out there with Munsterman and Yoder. Puck fought for along the boards, chipped down. The Cyclones first to it behind the Blues net. Come out at the dots, across the slot at the hash marks. Slapped at it, bounced off of skates and bodies. Yoder to Karsten. Karsten carries it out over to Munsterman. Nice clean breakout. Munsterman gets around his man, but the puck is poked off his stick before he can make a pass or shoot. It's in the corner. Karsten picks it up, backhands one to the slot, still loose. Sipes gets down, sends it behind the net. Karsten picks it up in the near corner, sends it back to Sipes, who's a defenseman down low. Keating chips it back down to Karsten in the corner. The Blues actually having some control. Karsten goes behind the net. He's looking. Well defended. He pulls up. Right in the slot. Yoder shot, scores! All right, so there we go. With 10:15 to go in the game, the Blues get on the board. Yoder, I believe his first goal of the season. His first goal, I believe, as a Blues player. Finally, the Blues show some patience and control with the puck.
Well, that was Munsterman who passed that, right? I mean,
Karsten,
it was Karsten's, you're right. It was Karsten's, and he had the puck in his control in that corner, going back and forth, weaving back and forth, looking for an opening, and he maintained control. And at just the right time, he slipped it right to the slot.
Yep.
And Yoder was waiting for it, and he put it right through the 5-hole. So we've given up a few of those today, but now we got one on our side.
Here comes the Cyclones. Oh, Vicker in his net. I think that puck went off the side. Shot from up high. Hits Arnie in the shin guards. Beckwith, she pops it out. She's forechecking hard. Forces the Ames player back into his own end. It's up to the red line. Nice hit by Bradley. Morales makes a nice move. He's heading up ice. Oh, he tries to hit Beckwith, but she was heading up ice.
And
that's an icing.
That pass was just about 2 feet the wrong side of the red line, and so it goes all the way down, and that results in an icing.
I think she expected him to take all that ice on the outside. So the Blues get a change. Puck comes all the way back to the left of Vickers. There's the drop of the puck. Asta wins it to the boards, but it's shot on net. And we'll have another face-off. So Asta taking the face-off. Beckwith to the left, and Welser, right wing. Ames wins it, takes a shot, it's off some skates. Vicker makes a nice save. Welser sends it up the boards, but not out. Top of the circle, shot. Vickers makes a nice save. We'll have a face-off to the right of the goalie. Apparently we had a new puck. So there's the whistle. Wait a minute. Are we missing a defenseman?
We're a man short. Now we're okay.
There we go. Whiting coming out. Drop of the puck. It's off. Rory Beckwith, he chips it up to Whiting. Whiting loses control at the red line. Puck dumped in far to the far corner. Behind the net it goes. Cut comp over to it. Again, I have a hard time seeing in that corner. Sent back to the opposite side, right to the hash marks. Sent on net. Vickers deflects it to the high glass behind the net. Centered. Oh, Vickers makes a nice save.
Got just a bit of that and deflected it over the top of the cage.
Battled for it, and it's out of the zone. No icing is a signal. Whiting hard on the forecheck. The goalie comes out to play it. Oh, he passes it across the front of his net. That was dangerous.
The man's going to come right out in front. Oh, and he just lost control of it, thankfully.
Oh, that's Hunt. These numbers not being the right numbers, sometimes I get messed up. Arnie gets it through. That's a shot. Catches the goalie by surprise, but he gets his blocker on it. With 6:20 to go, the Blues down by a score of 10-1, showing a little life here in the third period. So I see Morales out there with Daisy Beckwith to his right and Hunt to his left with Lintz, and I think that Sipes back on defense. Drop of the puck, the Blues win it. Hunt gets it, sends it behind the net. Beckwith in after it. She's tied up. She bowls her way through. On the backhand, she tries to send it up to the point, but it's chipped out. Morales sends it to Lintz. Lintz gets it. He can't get it out. It's carried out by the Cyclones. Battle along the boards. Oh, nice back check. Oh.
Very unselfish pass there, but.
No, but Lintz was doing a good job tying the guy with the puck up. Beckwith has it. She centers it off of the skates of Morales, though. And back come the Cyclones, and it's offside. So Lintz was doing a good job. He kept his stick in there, and the Cyclone player couldn't get his body turned. He wanted to pass it on his forehand, which disrupted the timing, and it gave us a chance not to give up a goal. All right, there's the drop of the puck. Kirsten in for center. He's got Munsterman and Yoder out there with him. Puck bounced off the near boards, deflected into the zone, goes in deep. Lintz in after it. Cyclone player comes up with it but loses control. Lintz in there tying it up. Battled for, pops out front. Sipes pushes it up the slot. A little bit of a dangerous play. Turnaround shot goes glove side wide. Back in the corner it goes. Lintz ties the man up. Still battling along the boards. Carson chips it behind the net. First player there is a Cyclone. He tries to send it in the slot. It's off of Munsterman's stick. Up high, shot goes wide. Again, sent to the slot. The Blues are just kind of throwing it away, though. They got to control it out. Now it's chipped out. Yoder after it. Yoder across the blue line. He's got Carson going. He's got a shot. Oh. So he's going low. If that had hit the pad, Carson was headed right to the net.
There really was no path for a pass there because the guy was back checking right down the slot, so it really wasn't open. So the guy was pretty much forced to take a shot. He made a nice low shot, but the goalie got his trapper down and made the catch. We're down to 3.5 minutes in the game.
Puck carried out by the Cyclones, sent up the ice. And at the blue line, it sent it. Oh,
be careful.
Yeah, goalie, keep that stick in. Cut count behind the net, sends it up to Whiting. It's a bit behind him, sent back down. Keating picks it up, sends it to Wussler. He's over the red line. He's into the zone. He's pushed off the puck, but it's rolling to the net. Asta can't get to it. It's sent down the ice. This could be icing. And no icing. No, that's a good call.
It was a good call.
So here comes cut count. Oh.
Oh, no. That was number 7, Baumgart, just offside as he tried to intercept that pass. Had he been...
No, I think there's a penalty.
Oh, was there a penalty? Okay.
Yeah, I think
okay.
Wessler got drilled over here without the puck.
Okay. I thought it was offside. That's Barrett, number 5, Ryder Barrett, that's going to go for 2 minutes. And as soon as they get that up on the board, they should restart the clock. And there's only 2.5 minutes left in the game.
So Carson wins it back. Over to Hunt. Hunt. Oh, Carson mishandles at the blue line. It's a breakaway, but good back checking. No penalty. Good stick lift. This will be a... Carson collects it, sends it hard up the ice. Hunt had his back turned.
Oh.
Blues over skating the puck finally.
It's the little black
over to
round
Bradley.
thing, fellas.
To Carson. Carson over to Munsterman. Munsterman sends it deep. Behind the net. Hunt overskates it. Still has it though. Tries to send it out front. Oh, Bradley just couldn't get a stick in the way in time, and down the ice it goes.
This is a good example of on that play with Carson's mishandled the puck at the blue line, but he didn't drop his head and just say, well, I made a mistake and I can't do anything about it now. He got on his horse and he chased down the man for Ames, who would have had an uncontested breakaway. And instead he was able to get back once he approached the net and lift his stick legally.
Yeah.
So there was no shot on goal
and no penalty.
And no penalty.
45 seconds to go in the Blues power play.
I'm sure nobody was happier to see that than Vickers, who was in between the pipes awaiting a breakaway potentially. Down to 113 in the game.
Oh, nice hit.
Good solid body check there. Sends the main player flying.
Unfortunately, the Cyclones still got the puck out, but that was what you want to see. He just turned around and stood
wide open
there.
On the left wing. Oh, they didn't see him. Oh. I don't know who number 1 is, but he was wide open. And then
Jackson Morales.
Okay.
Keating back after it.
One of our 7 Jacksons.
Yeah, something like that this year. Oh, puck intercepted. Oh, nice tie-up by Daisy Beckwith to prevent an easy tap-in.
That absolutely saved the goal there by...
35 seconds to go in the game. Both teams full strength. Puck picked up by Morales. Chipped out to neutral ice. Asta in after it. Sent behind the net. Asta puts a hip check in. Loose puck. Beckwith. She can't. She's tying up her man in the corner. Sent up the boards. Finally, it gets out.
Nice break up there.
Whiting. Blake Whiting.
Down to 2-1. And there's the buzzer.
So the Blues
we win the third period.
Show a little life in the third. Get a goal. Don't give any up. So that's what you want to see. I mean, these are tough games, but this is how you learn. It's not always easy.
Although you have to look at it from the Ames point of view. Is they're up by 10. They're probably not putting quite the effort into this third period as they did in the first 2, and you could certainly understand that. But Blues did play a much better third period. They still lose the game 10-1, but maybe that third period is something to build on as they go back to work and practice this coming week. So we will be back with you in about 25 minutes. They're going to resurface. Well, first of all, the varsity teams will come out and get warmed up, and then we'll resurface the ice, and we'll look for a starting time of maybe 5:55 to 6 o'clock for the varsity game. Anything else you want to add, Dan, before we?
No. If you haven't come down yet, if you're heading down for the varsity game, it is a food drive. So bring a non-perishable food item and drop it off. There's bags and boxes by the doors that lead into the NHL rink. So as much as we enjoy you watching, it's always it's a lot more fun live. So that's it for this game, and we'll be back in a little bit for the varsity game. So